Hi, my name is Stephanie Robbins, and I am the CEO and president of Robbins Plumbing here in Phoenix, Arizona. And today I'm going to cover with you guys slab leaks. Slab leaks are not something exclusive to Phoenix. This is something that is, well, worldwide. Plumbing, turns out, is hidden underground. It's hidden in walls. We don't want to see it, which is weird because I just think plumbing is beautiful, but apparently I'm weird. So let's talk about what is a slab leak. A slab leak is a domestic water line leaking under the foundation. That is the technical term. That is the term used in the plumbing profession. AI said a few things that were different, but well, AI is not perfect yet. So the things that could affect your home by having a slab leak that are why you should address it as quickly as possible. And this is legit. So, foundation damage. You have a domestic water line under pressure under your home, just on all the time. Imagine even your faucet, which isn't even at full pressure, it's reduced on all the time. What kind of damage would that do on your home? Man, the cavity under your foundation, it's insane. But now you have something that's not reduced. It's actually under insane high pressure because that volume is being reduced by the hole, creating insanely high pressure. You are going to end up with the hugest cavity under your foundation. Foundations are supported by the ground that's beneath them. You do not want a house built on a deck of cards. You want one built on a solid foundation. So if you know that you have a slab leak, you know that you are suspecting you have a slab leak. It's not something that you wait on. It's something you turn your water off for to get repaired versus leave on. The other thing to consider is yard and landscape damage. While that's not as intense as, hey, I am damaging the foundation to my home, it's also a thing. The ground settles, everything settles. It has this hole to fill, but it's going to start coming from outside, inside, that kind of thing. So in the profession, we know not to say the word mold. People get triggered by the word moist. I'm like, that's adorable. We don't say the N word around here, mold. So mold is an indicator that you've neglected a problem, and it's something that insurance companies love to go, no. But if you are seeing growth, there's definitely an indication that something's wrong, and we should definitely be looking at that. Another indication that you may have a slab leak is that you have damage to your floors or walls, and that comes from that moisture. That water has to go somewhere, and it starts out by creating that cavity, but then still there's all of this water and moisture, and it's going to start saturating your concrete. It's going to start damaging your floors. It's going to reach up to walls. It's going to reach up to cabinets. This is not something that we want to happen. It's something we want to avoid. The other sign that you have a slab leak, and this is one of the first indicators for many of my clients, a high water bill. We get called out, my water bill is high. Well, the first thing I think is, hey, it could be a running toilet. But it could also be that you have water pouring out under the foundation of your home that you're not aware of. And we want to address that. So if that water bill spikes, call a plumber. Hopefully it's something as simple as your toilet's running, or there's an irrigation leak, or your softener didn't turn off. There's a lot of things it could be, but it could also be the detriment of a slab leak where, it's creating the M word. It's creating a cavity under your home. It could be creating property damage. So we want to address that as quickly as possible. Walk around your home. Do you hear your toilet running? If you did, you should catch it. Just kidding. But it's definitely something to really be mindful of, that spike on your water bill. The other thing is hearing your water heater running or running out of hot water. Most slab leaks are on the hot side of your domestic system. And here's why. Expansion and contraction. Thermal expansion is just science. But that water line on your hot side is expanding every time you pull hot water through it, and then it is contracting as it cools. That is just science. So everything that is around that pipe, plus that pipe is expected to perform to a higher level of the cold side. Thermal expansion over time, no matter what you do, is going to cause a line underneath your slab to fail. It is almost always, and I am saying this with almost 30 years experience, a hot water leak that is leaking under the slab. And that's just simply thermal expansion. If there is a pebble under the ground, you're talking 27, 30 years, it's going to eventually erode through that pipe and wear a hole through it. So if you experience that high water bill, that hot spot on the floor where your cat or dog all of a sudden is just like attached to that spot, you're smelling that M word, that kind of thing, it's something that, hey, we need to get someone out there. We need to see what's going on, because while none of us wants to go to the dentist, none of us wants to call the plumber, and none of us wants to go to get a car repair, there are things that are necessary in life, and ignoring them is hugely consequential. So if you think you have a slab leak based on these things, it's definitely time to call a pro out. If you're in the Phoenix area, the Phoenix Metropolitan, you can definitely trust my team to go out there and see what's going on. Hey, maybe that high water bill is that running toilet. Maybe it is not a slab leak. That is definitely our aim. But if it is, we have got you. We can locate it. We can locate the manifolds. We can reroute the line. We can repipe your system. Make sure that you don't have this problem ever again. It's definitely our goal. So you can reach out to us at 623-486-4657. Of course, on email at info@robinsplumbing.com. And on our website, there's a little chat box where you can talk to one of our insanely awesome dispatchers and schedule there as well. And I hope this was very helpful, and I hope you don't have a slab leak.